Social psychology is a field of psychology that examines how people think, feel, and behave in social situations. It is concerned with understanding how individuals interact with each other, and how these interactions can shape their attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. Social psychology examines a wide range of topics, including social perception, social cognition, attitudes, stereotypes, prejudice, discrimination, conformity, obedience, group dynamics, and social influence. One important area of research in social psychology is social cognition, which refers to the ways in which people think about and process social information. Researchers in this field study how people perceive and interpret social cues, make judgments and decisions about others, and form and maintain impressions of people and groups. Another important area of research in social psychology is attitudes and attitude change. Attitudes refer to the evaluations that people make about people, objects, and ideas. Researchers in this field are interested in understanding how attitudes are formed, how they change over time, and how they can influence behavior. Stereotyping, prejudice, and discrimination are also important topics in social psychology. Stereotypes are beliefs about the characteristics of people who belong to a particular group, while prejudice refers to negative attitudes toward people based on their group membership. Discrimination refers to behaviors or actions that result from these negative attitudes. Researchers in this field study the origins of stereotypes and prejudice, and how they can be reduced. Group dynamics and social influence are also important areas of research in social psychology. Researchers in this field study how individuals behave in groups, and how group processes can influence individual behavior. They also examine how individuals are influenced by others in social situations, and the mechanisms by which this influence occurs. Overall, social psychology is a fascinating and important field of research that has many practical applications. It can help us better understand the dynamics of interpersonal relationships, and inform policies and programs aimed at promoting social change and improving the lives of individuals and communities. One important area of research in social psychology is social influence. This refers to the ways in which individuals can influence each other's attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. There are many different forms of social influence, including conformity, compliance, and obedience. Conformity occurs when individuals adjust their beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors to match those of the group. This can occur both explicitly, when individuals are told to conform, and implicitly, when individuals are influenced by the behavior of others. Compliance occurs when individuals change their behavior in response to a request or suggestion from another person. This can occur in a variety of settings, including sales situations and social norms. Obedience refers to the willingness of individuals to obey the commands of authority figures, even when those commands conflict with their personal beliefs or values. This has been demonstrated in a number of classic studies, such as Stanley Milgram's obedience study, in which participants were asked to deliver electric shocks to a Confederate. Another important area of research in social psychology is group dynamics. This refers to the ways in which individuals interact with each other in group settings. Researchers in this field study a variety of factors that can influence group behavior, including group size, cohesiveness, and leadership. One important concept in group dynamics is the bystander effect. This refers to the tendency of individuals to be less likely to intervene in an emergency situation when other people are present. Researchers have found that the likelihood of bystander intervention is influenced by a number of factors, including the size of the group and the perceived responsibility of each individual. Another important area of research in social psychology is intergroup relations. This refers to the ways in which individuals from different groups interact with each other, and how these interactions can be influenced by stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. Researchers in this field study the factors that contribute to intergroup conflict and prejudice, as well as interventions that can be used to promote positive intergroup relations. Overall, social psychology is an important field of research that has many practical applications. It can help us better understand the dynamics of social behavior, and inform policies and programs aimed at promoting social change and improving the lives of individuals and communities. Social psychology is a multidisciplinary field that draws on theories and research from psychology, sociology, anthropology, and other disciplines. It is concerned with understanding how individuals interact with each other, and how these interactions can shape attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. The focus is on the individual within a social context, and how social situations can impact behavior and decision-making. One key concept in social psychology is the self. Researchers in this field study how individuals form and maintain their self-concepts, how they are influenced by others in the construction of their identities, and how their self-concepts can shape their attitudes and behaviors. Social comparison theory, for example, posits that individuals evaluate themselves by comparing themselves to others, and that these comparisons can influence their self-concepts and behaviors. Another important concept in social psychology is social influence. Researchers in this field study how individuals are influenced by others in social situations. This can include conformity, where individuals change their behavior to match that of the group, and obedience, where individuals follow the orders of an authority figure. Social influence can also take the form of persuasion, where individuals attempt to change the attitudes or behaviors of others through communication. Attitudes and attitude change are also important areas of research in social psychology. Attitudes are evaluations that people make about people, objects, and ideas. Researchers in this field are interested in understanding how attitudes are formed, how they change over time, and how they can influence behavior. One well-known theory of attitude change is the elaboration likelihood model, which suggests that attitudes can be changed through either a central or peripheral route, depending on the level of cognitive processing involved. Social identity theory is another important theory in social psychology, which suggests that individuals form part of their identity based on their membership in social groups. This theory helps to explain phenomena such as in-group favoritism and intergroup conflict, where individuals show preference for members of their own group and discrimination against members of other groups. Overall, social psychology is a rich and diverse field of research with many practical applications.